Big brother Shua, why do you say that? Dugu Zhantian is a master of war, yet also a lion caged by Tianyu. Eliminate the tool once it's done its job. This has been in practice since time immemorial. The emperor is on the move. In the imperial palace, the emperor sat at his desk. Zhuo Fan and Gu Santong became kin, and the latter even sided with him completely. Since when has this been going on? Oh, Zhuo Fan, you sure are playing close to the vest. Not even I saw it coming. Report. Your Majesty, please evacuate. The rebel army is pushing hard, and the city guards are on the brink of collapse. Your Majesty's safety is paramount. Please think of the world's safety and leave the imperial capital. Absurd. I am the ruler of this nation. How can I just leave the imperial capital? Have you found out where Zhuge Changfeng is right now? Your Majesty, not yet. Prime Minister Zhuge sure is thorough. With all my divine dragons away from my side, he still fears I'll send someone after him. He's been in hiding ever since the start of the rebellion. What can a coward possibly achieve? That crusty old man will only show himself and the rebellion is over. Imperial Father. Imperial Father, the city guards are down, and even the 6th grade array has failed. Some bastards destroyed the core. The army outside is flooding the capital. Please, Father, evacuate. That crusty old man had quite a few hidden pawns placed inside the city, waiting for the right moment to strike. I am the rightful emperor, blessed by heaven itself. Let's see how Tianyu's best mind, my loyal prime minister, kicks me off my chair. The rebels had the imperial palace surrounded in seconds, with discipline and efficiency seen only in veteran armies. Just how many decades did the old-timer take to raise such an effective army? It's not far behind even the Dugu army. Prime Minister Zhuge has shown great consideration for today. Your Majesty is worthy of your title. He shows no fear, even in the face of 1,000,000 soldiers. Truly a man of valor. Crusty Zhuge, you wretched thing dare rebel. Child, easy. Zhuge has been Prime Minister for decades, rendering great service to Tianyu. He is a valuable official of Tianyu. A lord should not slander one such as him so easily either. Your Majesty, we've been working together for close to a century now. You are still the same, hypocritical. Now that I have the power, this is your final moment. Can't you be honest for once? Why ask such a question, Prime Minister Zhuge? I've always been pleased with your conduct over the years in dealing with matters of the court. I can say with complete confidence that if not for Prime Minister Zhuge, there wouldn't be the glorious Tianyu Empire of today. Oh, great and wise ruler! I have committed the heinous sin of rebelling against a righteous lord's shame. Shouldn't I be put to death? How could the treacherous me ever betray the compassionate and brilliant master? The emperor is still too blind to see that his head is about to roll. No wonder everyone is set to fight him and get Tianyu into chaos. He is not fit to be called emperor. Only the wise Prime Minister Zhuge can be the true eminent ruler here. Don't you all agree? Yes. Ministry of Appointment Sir Chao, I have said this before, your flattery is too obvious. You're better off not saying anything. And you're wrong about one thing. His Majesty is no fool, but a shrewd man. I should know, I've been fighting him my entire life. If he were to be a fool, wouldn't that make me a moron? Prime Minister, sir. Then, is His Majesty really wise? Yes, His Majesty is wise, or more precisely, shrewd. The sole reason I had a hard time even eating all these years is all due to His Majesty. When will my endless list of crimes fall on my head? When will he corner me? Come tomorrow, I can finally find peace. Oh, then I would have to apologize, Prime Minister. I must have caused you quite the headache. Your Majesty, are you stalling for help? Well, let's not. The 50,000 strong Imperial Guards you secretly trained. It just so happened that I had our Chuanrong Empire friends look after them. That army should be gone by now. What? Chuanrong? I should have known. You were colluding with them for letting them come to my birthday. Once you were gone, the rebellion started, and they've also gone missing from the garrison. However, they only have 5,000, are you sure they can deal with my 50,000? 5,000? That's just the delegation. I am the Prime Minister, tasked with interaction among the empires. It was a year ago when I had Tuoba Tishan's elite men slip in as merchants. To say nothing of the Minister of Rights being on my side. You and that rough Dugu Zhantian were none the wiser. There are, in fact, 100,000 Chuanrong in the empire. That was a good subterfuge. I seem to find my poor life at an untimely end. Only your Majesty is to blame for it, looking to quell the civil war of the houses. So much so that you left the court empty and opened the door for me. Though I do feel for your Majesty's rush, with your body close to the hereafter. That being said, your Majesty can't have a stalemate left for your heir. Paving the way for him is paramount if your Majesty doesn't want him to be overthrown. Prime Minister Zhuge knows me so well. But the empty city tactic is a dangerous gamble. I almost believed it. Out of everyone in the world, only your Majesty can have me play your tune. His Majesty will abdicate, and the world will be in turmoil. It needs leadership to set it right. Are you willing to step up? He faced Crown Prince. What? Crown Prince's eye twitched, his heart booming in his chest. Only the Emperor nodded with a smile. Prime Minister Zhuge is thorough. Even if you win the throne, the people will hardly accept you while also having Dugu Zhantian to face. It's better to place a pawn you can control. You'll have all the time in the world to take it later. Crown Prince paused. Better to be a puppet than no emperor at all. Your Majesty, you wound me. Granted, it makes perfect sense, but I never wanted the throne from the start. All this rebellion is a chance to talk with your Majesty. As for Dugu Zhantian, I simply need to take your Majesty's jade seal. I'll send word to Tuoba Tishan at the border to invade. Without the support of the Emperor, Dugu Zhantian will meet Thoba Tishan's army. How long do you think Dugu Zhantian will be able to hold out when he meets his old rival, Tuoba Tishan? Excellent move, flawless even. But, Prime Minister, you have to consider that the perfect plan is the easiest to air. Begin. Capture the rebels. 10 radiant stage experts and 100 shadow guards were rushing Zhuge Changfeng. Your Majesty, when you were dealing with the second prince and the others, your trick was exposed. Black and white ripples passed, fusing and unleashing deadly power at the attackers. 10 radiant stage experts and 100 shadow guards fell in a single move. Who are these two? Ethereal stage expert. The ministers were praising again. How Prime Minister Zhuge was awesome, of immense talent to invite such men. You're wrong, they're not ethereal stage experts yet. Otherwise, I wouldn't have waited until today to take action. They're on the cusp at best. But their combined attack does make for an ethereal stage expert's attack. Your Majesty, if that's the extent of your abilities, I would have to advise you to give up. Prime Minister, don't be so quick to laugh. My order wasn't for them, but for... The Emperor's eyes glinted and his face grew smug, pointing at Zhuge Changfeng. Zhuge Changfeng jerked, just as he felt pain in his shoulders from the iron grips. Why? Forgive us, Prime Minister. We thank you for your care during all these years. But we are His Majesty's divine dragons. We're only following orders. Everyone stood there agape, forgetting that they were enemies and rebels. There's actually 5 divine dragons. 2 of which no one had ever seen. I have looked into the roster of the imperial family's experts, and there's no name in there. You 2 are not Yinyang elders. That's right, they followed you under my order. Their true names are Heaven and Earth Sages. The Emperor stroked his beard. Heaven and Earth, Sages. The 2 of the 3 strongest divine dragons 300 years ago. You're not dead. The 2's eyes met and sorrow traced their faces. So that's how it is, I see it now. With your Majesty's boundless wisdom, you should have taken care of me by now. I can tell you have my 200,000 men surrounded. And there's the 100,000 Chuanrong cavalry on their way, but they must have fallen into your trap. But for that, you need an army, and from what I know, only Dugu Zhantian can do it. But he is out dealing with Regent Estate and Zhuofan. Your Majesty, do you have some other great force that I don't know about? Prime Minister Zhuge, we've seen each other for years, and with your ambition, there's nothing you couldn't find out. It's not so easy for me to hide such a move from your piercing eyes. I am in total agreement as well. And I am all the more astonished by how you got such a huge force. What did I miss? The Imperial Father is hiding something. From the last rebellion to this one, it's getting more and more dangerous. But even so, this huge army has never been seen before. That's how an emperor works. You want to know that much? But I do believe ignorance is bliss in this case. What could trouble a dying man? I only wish to part with a clear conscience. You are indeed my great minister, helping me all these decades and being a pillar of the nation. I admire your calm. Come on, take them down. The Chuanrong warriors rode in on their roaring spiritual beasts, surrounding the rebels. Wasn't Chuanrong on our side? What's it doing pointing their pets at us? Young Master Tauba. Minister of Rights, it's no use. They sold us out a long time ago. We are surrounded by their 100,000 and His Majesty's 50,000 guards. It's 300,000, to be exact. Prime Minister Zhuge, you got 100,000 Chuanrong cavalry sneaking in. As the Emperor of Tianyu, can't I do the same? That's true. Young Master Tauba, would you help me understand something? What did His Majesty give you to help him? Prime Minister, sir, to be honest, His Majesty promised us the land north of the Suli River. The north of the Suli River is rich in mineral veins, which is a rare and good area. But that's only 1/10 of Tianyu's land. While I promised you half. Is my word worth nothing? Prime Minister Zhuge, sometimes cooperation isn't based on interests, but rather ability. His Majesty knew all about our discussions. You were just dancing to his tune, so how could you succeed? And even if you did, would the Empire's 3 guardian sects even listen to you? It means wasted men and effort over nothing. With His Majesty, who knows all and sees all, the sects had no way to deny his word. Only then can we get the real benefits. You've thought long and hard, I see. My slight, unfortunately, a true pity. Although Dugu Zhantian, despite being crude, is loyal to a fault. He'd never agree to it, unless over his dead body. Everything has its opposite. It would seem Marshal Dugu has gone too long in years and needs proper, final rest. Zhuge Changfeng shuddered, pained with grief. Your Majesty, he is stubborn, but he's been loyal to you all these years. How can you? There's no one more loyal than Marshal Dugu, my right and left arms put together. My heart is in pain for going with this strategy. But he wields 70% of the Empire's authority, leaving his army unequaled. A man with virtue sins the moment he stands out. Chuckling, Zhuge Changfeng lamented. A man with virtue sins the moment he stands out. All our efforts to make Tianyu prosper all these decades are repaid with a sordid end. I accept my fate, but for that old man, like they say, accompanying a king is like accompanying a tiger. It's true. Take him to the 9 frigid prisons. The Emperor turned his sharp eye to his mutinous seditionists. Your Majesty, it's all Zhuge Changfeng's fault. He twisted words, forcing us on this path. Please spare my life, Your Majesty. I dare not forget this great favor. I beg Your Majesty to recall all of our contributions to the court and spare our miserable lives. In all of Taiwan, only the Prime Minister and Marshal have truly strived for this nation. While you, pack of filthy mongrels, only look after your own ass. And now ask for mercy. Go to hell. The guards stepped forth to drag those great, now weeping and wailing, figures of court. As for you, you all are their tools, imposing a lesser amount of blame. I, a believer in the good of man, shall give you a chance. Swear your fealty, and I shall make you imperial guards, serving me for all your lives. Thank you, Your Majesty. Long live His Majesty. Congratulations, Your Majesty, on quelling the rebellion. It is by the grace of my Chuanrong friends that I've succeeded. Liener, now do you understand why I was so certain at the Beast King Mountain? In all of Taiwan, the one to offer us support is none other than the Lord of the nation, the Emperor. This matter had a large impact, making only our Emperor, Brother Tian Shan, myself, and Lu Feng privy to it. You can't fault her for being so lost. Young Master Tauba. How is it going on the other end? Don't worry, Your Majesty. Learning that he would be facing his old rival, Marshal Dugu, Father was eager to begin. Commander Tuoba Lu Feng of the Chuanrong had faced Dugu Zhantian in 20 battles and 100 skirmishes, yet all ended in draws. Perhaps this time will be different. With the festivities over and done with, the emperor pulled out the welcome wagon for the Chuanrong as guests of honor. Glancing at his remaining children, the emperor sighed. The foreign look in their eyes cut the heart of this old father. Crown Prince, Songer, Yongning. Are you perhaps of the opinion that inviting Chuanrong to deal with Zhuge Changfeng is a stain on the Tianyu Empire's honor? It's vile and treasonous. Yongning flicked her head as she stomped away. What does a sheltered girl know? The emperor shook his head, turning to his sons. You two are the future leaders of Tianyu. What is your take? Imperial father, the plan is sublime, to the point that it eludes me. Imperial father, with the 7 houses poisoning the nation since inception, the sooner they're gone, the better. Zhuge Changfeng and Dugu Zhantian had power yet couldn't attain peace. If, for argument's sake, it leaks out that you used our lands to do it, then the Yuan dynasty will have Tianyu's people against it. Tianyu's emperor might even change. And for that reason, this information will not leave this place. Anyone found guilty will be hanged. However, even though I know the consequences of such a move, do you know why I'm still so determined? We ask the imperial father to enlighten us. The Lord, who adheres to the 3 bonds and 5 virtues, preaches benevolence like any other person. But there is one aspect in which a man and a lord differ. A man but strives for peace on earth, while a lord can't be shackled by it. Do you know who Tianyu belongs to? Yes, imperial father. No, it belongs to the emperor. Or rather, it belongs to us, the Yuan clan. But, in fact, we have little control over anything. The 7 noble houses make a show of submitting to us, but they rule half the land. Zhuge Changfeng and Dugu Zhantian control the rest. In that regard, the Yuan clan has the weakest power. And is further exacerbated by being an emperor who only keeps the power balance until the end of my days. This world. Can it still be considered our Yuan clans? The sons were gripped with fear, their faces solemn. The Yuan clan's every generation of emperors strove to return Tianyu to its rulers. And in my time, the chance has finally come, a chance I could never forsake. At the expense of using Chuanrong to achieve it for 1/10 of our nation, and it has washed away the 7 houses and those 2 ministers' power, begetting my one true rule. Crown Prince, Conger, in this regard, I am the winner. What's yours can only be yours in your own 2 hands. Anything short is pointless. This empire may go by Tianyu, and you may be its emperor, but they're all empty words. We are grateful for your teachings. 2 weeks later. A black column of men marched through the valley like a big snake. In the lead was an old man, strong and valiant, holding a cold blade at his side. Marshal, there are cliffs on both sides that are covered in trees, which is the worst position for us. There may be ambushes up ahead. We should send scouts. No one would dare ambush us in Tianyu. Not even Zhuge Changfeng with his endless wisdom and his few troops. The imperial capital is in turmoil, and we don't know how long His Majesty can hold on. Even if there's an ambush ahead, I'll go through it. Pass my order. Increase speed by 1/3. We must reach the imperial capital within the month. Capture the rebels. Yes, the army was soon at the center of the valley. Huge booms rattled the sky and odd flickers of light. Searing flames fell onto the valley like dragons and pinned the army down, taking with them thousands of soldiers howling from the heat. It's a trap. We're being ambushed. All of you. Stand by. Form a line. This is the valor of the Dugu army, unflinching in death and unbreakable in battle. Dugu Zhantian, I may win this battle, but it brings me no honor. Nevertheless, I still wish to be the one to cut you down. Prepare for battle. This trick won't scare that old timer. Yes. That old Zhuge has even made a move against me now, on my return. What I lack in subterfuge, I make up for it on the field of battle. For tigers of Tianyu, snake formation. Punch through. The tigers roared and the army split up into snakelings in all directions, easily bypassing the heat and thunderbolts. Don't think you can take me with such a trick. Come out if you dare. Beast howls shook the skies and quaked the earth. A horde of spiritual beasts came into sight. They were not ordinary spiritual beasts either, but carrying armored warriors. Chuanrong's beast army? What are they doing here, and so many on top of it? That wretched Zhuge Changfeng sold his country. Letting this army run unchecked, it will slaughter the people and rain havoc on Tianyu. That rotten bastard has cast aside even the people for the world. Does he not care about heaven's wrath? Marshal, something stinks. Not even the Prime Minister would be so brazen as to let Chuanrong into Tianyu in such an open fashion and undetected as well. There hasn't even been a word from the border. That's right, but we can't worry about that now. Tigers, echelon formation. The cold eyes in the woods laughed. Dugu Zhantian, you're as good as ever at using your men. Come on, pass on this order. Steel Arm Wolf and Ironback Wolf, go block them. Blood Shadow Wolf and Howling Wind Wolf flank them. Slaughter Wolf, meet them head-on. The divisions fuse their Yuan Qi into an impenetrable shield, pushing back the spiritual beasts. Second brother. The Chuanrong doesn't look to have a real commander. We can break free. Dugu Lin nodded, but frowned. So many of Chuanrong's beasts have invaded Tianyu, yet without a leader. It is no different than a stampede. Okay. Let's all work together. Let's rush out. Loud bangs announced tens of thousands of 100-meter-tall spiritual beasts in the 4th level, falling down like a meteor shower. One of the 8 wolf wardens. Ironback Wolf. You can't get past me. Ironback Wolf. Dugu Hua, you're still so tough after all these years. I was right in coming here. My training shall never stop until I take your hide. Sorry to spoil your fun, but this is not your playground. I don't think any of you would mind me helping the old third. As fast as a Windwalker Dugu Feng. Did you actually think you were the only one with an overwatch? In a flash of gray, Dugu Feng's advance came to a halt. It's you, Steel Arm Wolf.